Let me jump in straight into this video. This is update and talking about quite a few things. I understand that it's been a few weeks since I posted a video. I know that there's been people that have been concerned. I've gotten emails from it. If you want to reach out to me, it's alienarmycontact@gmail.com. I do respond to my emails. I also have gotten quite a few comments, people wondering what's going on. I've done my best to respond to those. I've always said, if somebody writes a comment, I'm going to read it and respond. So I've done my best that I can with that. With those comments, me answering, I'm hoping other people have seen that and then they get a gist of like, okay, how Alien's doing. So first and foremost, not doing good at all. I haven't been doing good since the DoorDash and Uber Eats canceled me, since my car is the registration is now expired. On top of it being that was my number one in making, that's how I made money. That's, I didn't make a whole lot. I'm living in my car and being homeless. If this is for someone watching one of my videos, I'll just go into all the bad stuff that's been going on. Even though I don't know if I look like I'm like not doing well, I'll tell you flat out that I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna come on here and cry and rage and throw a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? I'm basically in a sucks position. But I'll talk about the most important stuff. The most important stuff. I'll talk about the most important stuff first, and then I'll break everything else down. So the most important thing about not having any money and not having a source of making money is my blood pressure pills. It's been over 14 days since I've had it. I need to do an online doctor visit. Excuse me. I need to do an online doctor visit and then have them prescribe me pills. I've tried all sorts of ways to get it with not having any money. Okay. One of the ways I've done it is put a card that only had a couple of dollars, and it cost me about $50, between $50 to $55, to do an online doctor visit, and then the prescription itself. Depending if it was a 30-day or a 90-day prescription, I could have them do either one, but it's going to cost me the same amount of money for the doctor visit, and I think it's around 34 or $40 for the actual 90-day one, and I don't know what the 30-day one is. I've always gone for the 90 days, so I don't have to spend money on the actual video doctor. But nonetheless, it's been over 14 days with that, and somebody will be like, oh, that's 14 days. Let me tell you the health concerns that I have with that. Okay, my heart has been doing gnarly stuff, man. Uh, Heart palpitations, I think. My heart sometimes has done some gnarly stuff where it beats and then it takes a second and then I feel another beat or whatever. It doesn't happen all the time, but it has happened quite a bit. I believe I have some nerve damage in my right foot as well. Hopefully, if I ever have a chance to get on my blood pressure medication again, I'm hoping it'll go away because it's quite annoying. I'll tell you about that. So my right foot, my toes down to where like two inches down, I keep losing feeling on that no matter what, even when I'm standing and walking. At one point I actually could not put any weight on my leg at all. It felt like my leg was going to buckle underneath it. That as well with my ears are ringing. I've had it where I get worked up, like, let's say I'm just, like I'm getting mad or upset or something that triggers me. My blood pressure is already high. I can actually feel my blood pressure inside my body. I can actually feel it in my mouth. I've had it where I can feel it in my teeth. It sucks. And the whole time this is going on, I'm doing the best healthy stuff that I can do. Like, I know to stay away from caffeine. So I've had a caffeine headache for over 2 weeks, and it wasn't like I did a whole lot of caffeine, but a diet soda, once or twice a day with a little bit of caffeine in it, and maybe once a week a energy drink. That with my blood pressure pills was nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, that was fine. Not having a blood pressure pill and over 14 days of not having that, I know better to having this stuff because I already feel like crap now. You know what I mean? Um, I don't want anybody worried, like, I need to do a wellness check on Alien. I'm well enough to be alive, except for, not except for, I'm well enough to be alive and I'm okay. However, I'm not taking my blood pressure could be causing me, irreversible damage. I have no idea if my foot's going to get worse. I have no idea if it's going to move to my hands. I have no idea if it's going to move to my other foot. All I know is what it's doing right now. And right now, I can't feel it. And there's times, and I have little bit of gas. I've been, like, the only thing I do with my gas, I've not been driving or doing anything because I'm not making any money, is I move my car around Walmart. I'll even pull and do a stealth camp while I'm there. My phone, by the way, this phone that I'm recording on right now, my phone bill has been shut off. Just thinking about everything. Oh, I don't have insurance in my car, so no registration, well, expired registration and tags, right? My no insurance. My phone's been turned off. I do have a free homeless phone. I think they call them Obama phones. I have one of those. So I do have a phone number still, and that has I think it's either 4 gigs or 4.5 gigs a month of data a month. And I'm only I'm not using that. I'm using this phone that I'm recording on as my recording device, and using it as Wi-Fi. I'll connect it to a McDonald's or a Starbucks or Walmart. That's another one of the reasons why I haven't done an update video for a while. Is yeah, I might have enough Wi-Fi to maybe watch some YouTube and stuff like that, around me. However, their upload speeds are little to none. It's probably going to take me a very long time to record this. I've never recorded this, but to upload it, more than a long time. I might have to actually move around, and it'll probably mess up on me a few times, me trying to do it. I guess the one good piece of news is that yes, my vehicle, the title has been cleared. I don't have a reject on my title, so I can sell it, and that's what I need to do. But guess what? I'm too far away from CarMax. I don't have any gas money at all. I couldn't get my car there at all. There's another concern as well, is from me taking my vehicle to CarMax, my bank, for me to go ahead and actually deposit the check they would give me for my vehicle, is 6 miles away. I cannot walk 6 miles. With the heat and how bad it's been, and with what's been going on with my foot, and then to lug the stuff that I'm going to need to be sleeping outside for 3 to 5 days until that check clears, it is way too much. And me not having blood pressure pills, so even if I had the gas right now to take my car over there, I cannot I cannot walk 6 miles with my blood pressure the way it is. I will stroke out. I am doing a little bit of walking. I don't know if you can tell, I've lost a little bit of weight as well. I don't know if you can tell or not. I can tell. I can see how the way that my shirt's fitting me and my face isn't looking as fat as before, but it's still a handsome face nonetheless. At least I think so. Still have a little bit of my sense of humor. I have reached out to everybody that I know, that I have my phone number, that has my phone number, people that are my family and, friends. They're basically all MIA, more than MIA. I'm very transparent. I've been told a few times, letting people know that I'm not doing so well, and the gist of what they've told me is take care of yourself. Not I hope you take care of yourself, but take care of yourself. Kind of tells me that they're not interested in helping me, and I don't take it personal. What I mean by that is I know that I'm not anybody's responsibility. You don't have to help me. My friendship doesn't mean that I get something in return other than friendship. I don't ever want anybody to like, I don't use people, and I definitely don't let people use me. I do because I want to do, and people do because they want to do. There's also been a lot of people that that I know that are out of the state, and or they're on family vacations, or they're busy with their lives, wherever the case may be. I couldn't get $20 to put in my gas to save my life. Everybody knows that I need my blood pressure pills, but nobody's willing to help. Maybe you guys are willing to help, and maybe that's why it's been a while since I've posted videos, because the last video I was like, hey, does anybody want to be a member? I'll post it. Here's what's crazy. If people would have joined my membership this whole 3 weeks that like over 2 weeks that I haven't posted, I would have posted member videos. I would have done that, because you're paying for something. You know what I mean? I've been in a bad mood. This is not a video I'm looking forward to doing. If this was a video where I'm like, hey, this is some homeless survival, or let me do a story time, talk about trucking, or let me tell you, do a response video to somebody else, or an article that I've read, those would be very fun videos. This is not a fun video where I'm telling you just how shitty I'm doing. You know what I mean? And that nobody, that nobody needs to help me, and that nobody is helping me, and that I have no way of making an income. Speaking of which, I haven't taken a shower in 14 days either. I don't have the gas to go anywhere to do that. My friend Angel, she's out of town. However, I'm sure that if I had the gas money, there's a couple people that I could call if I could get to them. But my biggest concern is I need my blood pressure pills, and I need the money for it, and I honestly don't have any way of doing it. I've called 211, I've called resource places, I've walked up to churches, I've been out begging, like, hey man, I'm not doing so well, nobody's giving me anything. If like, I understand that people, why would they want to help me, man? Why would somebody want to be generous, man? But at the same time, you know what? you're probably gonna be in a situation where you wish somebody helped you, or you wish somebody was generous to you, or that somebody was empathetic to you. You know, what are you gonna say when you ask for forgiveness from Jesus, and you ask for help, when the times that people were stranded in, and you could have given something you didn't? Maybe, God says, vengeance is his, and some people take that the wrong way. What it means is that we don't take vengeance on each other, that God actually has the last word and stuff like that. Maybe you don't have to answer to me when you don't do anything nice, or somebody else, if somebody else is begging out there, or they're not doing very well, you don't have to give, you don't have to have empathy. It's not a prerequisite of living life. However, is there a chance that you may have to deal with something after life? Maybe. That's why I haven't hurt anybody, and that's why I haven't crashed out to get the money for my blood pressure pills. you know okay, great, I live in misery and I live in shit right now. When I pass away, maybe I'll be a lot better. And right now I am miserable, man. I feel alone, I feel scared, I don't have any gas, it's been hot as hell this whole time. I don't have my blood pressure pills, I don't have deodorant, I haven't taken a shower in 14 days. I also yeah, out of baby wipes. I was taking baby wipes. I switched my clothes. My clothes haven't been cleaned in 14 days. I've been wearing clothes the whole time. My tank tops. Uh, doesn't matter how you eat, and that's another thing too. Thankfully, I have had food, so I am thankful for the little bit I have. I did go a few days with little to nothing, and I had to wait for my EBT. That's what I only EBT, with my welfare money, which is also known as DSS. It did come in the very first week, or a few days after the first, is when I got it. So after that, but the food that I get, it's better than nothing. But it's all processed food. It's all high sodium food. It's low on protein. So I've been watching what I eat. It's not like I can go in there and eat a bunch of ice cream and cool off, because I don't have my blood pressure pills, and it's also unhealthy. There's also, like, you buy cans of raviolis. Those cans of raviolis have only 8 grams of protein. You know what I mean? 8 grams of protein, and it's a little bit less than 400 calories, and it's very high in sodium, and it has a bunch of processed stuff in there. I feel funny when I eat that kind of stuff. So what am I trying to eat? I'm eating cold deli sandwiches, and I'm taking the mayonnaise off of it. You know what I mean? Mayonnaise has a lot of salt in it, and it's got a lot of oil in it and stuff like that. So I'm eating dry ass sandwiches. I'm not able to even drink diet soda because I can't handle the caffeine at this point. I have no way of legitimately making money. I'm not going to go out and hurt anybody or do anything stupid. I think that a lot of people, would do that. You know what I mean? Um, you know, I can't even. Let's say for example, God, not God, but God forbid. God forbid, I have a stroke, and let's say I can't move my hand, or I can't move the half side of my body. If I called it, even if that happened, and I got myself, and I called an ambulance, how in the world would, the hospital's way too far? How in the world am I going to get from the hospital to here? That's another thing too. Insurance. I don't have any medical insurance. Then here's another thing too. So this is all the shit that I don't want to talk about, but I'm going to be transparent. Let's say right now, I'm able to get my blood pressure pills, and let's say right now that I'm able to sell my vehicle to CarMax, and then I tough it out for a couple days until that money clears, or whatever the case is. When I get that money, I can't even get free insurance. However, I did find out, I think it was a couple weeks ago, they've reopened applying for it, and by reopening and applying for it, that now single men without children can apply to get whatever that service is, right? So I've gone ahead and did that, but it said that it can take up to 90 days before you get a response. What happens if that I get, let's say the $6,000 for my car from CarMax in my bank, and then later the insurance place is like, okay, we're ready to do a conference with you to find out if you qualify. Start proving your paperwork and stuff like that. And they see that amount of money in my bank account. They see that amount of money in my bank account. They are not going to give me free health insurance whatsoever. Health wise, what I actually need is, I need my blood pressure pills. after, like let's say it was a perfect rule. Let me have blood pressure pills. I needed to do a blood test, a blood test or whatever. I have looked on my records that last time I did a blood test, it said that my sugar was high, but everything else was in the normal ranges. So I got to watch out. My foot could be doing this from from me being a diabetic now. I have no idea. If they do a blood test on me, they'll find out. A blood and a urine test will, even just the urine test can show the protein and the sugars that are passing through me, and they'd be able to determine that way. But I need that, and I also need to take my blood pressure pills to reduce what's going on. It also means that I could actually have heart disease. I could have all sorts of heart diseases. My blood pressure being so high can be doing crazy damage. I have no idea, but I know it's annoying. I'm afraid because it's my right foot. One, I don't want to lose my leg or my foot, but I'm afraid that what if that feeling goes down even more? How I will lose the ability to walk. You don't know what it feels like to walk. Like imagine if your leg was raised up and you had like your leg fell asleep and you try to walk, how you can't do it. That's what it feels like at times. Like the worst times it feels like that. At other times it's just around 2 inches of my foot, from my toe to my whatever that bump thing is, and that could affect the way that I drive. So my whole life never ever touching drugs and never being a drunk or anything like that, and I don't drink and trying to do what's right. I'm in my 40s. They say everything goes downhill from there. Maybe this is just all catching up. However, if anybody does want to do anything nice for me and bless me, I don't expect it, and this is not a slight at anybody. Nobody joined my memberships. Nobody, I haven't got a donation for a long time, so I don't expect that you guys do this. So this is kind of like a video talking about just how shitty I'm doing, and that just another person I'm talking to that's not going to help. I hope that somebody does help, because I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit here and until they take my car, I guess. I mean, because I can't take it anywhere. I am on E. I've been on E for a long time. I only move my car during the day. I don't hang out here. Like I don't want to get caught. I move my car every couple of days, but staying in here during daytime where everybody can see me. I can't stealth it because I can't run my car because I don't have the gas, and it's hot. I'm sweating. You know what I mean? So during the day, I'm walking around. I'm going to a park. I'm using Wi-Fi at McDonald's. I'm doing things like that. I'm staying away from my vehicle, and then when it gets later, I sneak into my car, and then it's never a good idea to stay at one place too long. But I don't have the gas to really move. I can move from one aisle to the next, and then turn my car off real quick, and that's about it. So I need gas money. I need blood pressure money. And I don't know how I'm going to get it, but if anybody wants to hook me up, and the people that have emailed me, they'll tell you that I've never asked them for money. I'm not even responded to them telling them how bad that I'm doing right now. I've told them that I'm not doing good, and I'm gonna be okay. That's just how I am. I'm not gonna ask people that that email me like, hey, on the low, can you hook me up? No, if anybody wants to give me a donation or help me out, then yeah, I definitely could use it, but I don't expect it. And I could shit in one hand and hope in another, and we'll see what happens first. And that's literally how I feel. And I'll just tell you real quick. My Cash App will be in the description. It's AlienAscend is the Cash App name. And the whole time this is going on, I know that this video is hopefully not dragging on. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. The whole time that this is going on, because of the kind of content I do, I search on other people who do similar content, or what would be my niche or something like that. I see, and maybe you guys have seen this too, and maybe you guys will put it in the comment. Maybe it'll be a funny thing. This dude named Austin always on the live begging for money with him and his girlfriend. Now he seems like a nice enough guy, but he's getting $111 every single day just begging. There's nothing that this guy won't do. He is, I think it's pretty degradeful. People have donated to him for him to get on his knees and bark like a dog and beg like a dog. For $5, for $1, things like that, and he's done it. He said that he has no pride, he has no ego, he doesn't care, and stuff like that. There's this person named Brooke, and I'm not gonna say they're both their channel names because I don't want them, I'm not a hater like that. Like I'm not gonna, they'd probably say, oh, you're saying my name to get clout. But if you know who Austin is, then you know what I'm talking about, and you've seen his live, and you'll be like, dude, Alien, you're 100% right. That dude's always begging, and when he's begging, he's like, today I want Bojangles for breakfast. Somebody send me $40, and he gets it. good on you. I'm glad that people are generous to you. Why why isn't anybody being generous to me when I'm a stand-up dude? And then everybody in the chat is like, yo, your girlfriend looks like she's on that hard H, some of that heroin. And they're not lying. That people say, yo, your girlfriend looks mad young. She does, man. Like, I don't even know if she's 18. I'm not, and when people ask what his girlfriend's age is in the chat, he's like, it's not polite to ask. Well, I understand that, but you know what? It kind of looks like you might be with a minor, and I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying she looks stupid young, dude. Like, it looks creepy. I'm just gonna be honest. And she looks like you don't look like an addict. You look like somebody who just smokes weed. But your old lady does look like one, man. She looks like she's on downers. But I probably shouldn't be judging. But I'm just saying, from the outside looking in, it wouldn't surprise me. That's what it is. I'm not judging. It just wouldn't surprise me. Then there's this other person who's living in a car, and I won't say her full name, but Brooke. If you've seen her on lives, you know who I'm talking about, or if you've seen her videos before. She is geeked out of her mind, dude. She will not answer any chat questions. She turns off chat comments off on and off as she goes. She is a motor mouth that just doesn't stop talking to herself. And her eyes are pinpoint. She is on that Breaking Bad stuff, like whether that or she's got a prescription to Adderall that's a very, very high dose or something. Or she could be permabaked, man. She could be on one for the rest of her life. And she's admitted that she used to do that stuff, but that she doesn't anymore. But if she did do it now, why would she admit it? And these people are throwing her all sorts of money and stuff like that. Like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Like, is it do I gotta face it? People want to punch? Do I gotta face it, or nobody wants to help out when I'm out here asking for help and just trying to get some blood pressure medication? You know what I mean? Like, is there a reason? Like, I've had things work out where I've helped somebody move who was just out, the total strangers. I've had those good encounters. But when I apply myself, and that's what I'm doing, I'm not just sitting here with my finger up my butt, just hoping money will just land on my lap. No, when I'm at the park. Hey, is there anything I can, if somebody seems approachable, you know what I mean, or somebody seems like they're interested, I'll tell them, like, hey, I'm living in my car. My car's actually parked down the street. I desperately need blood pressure medication, and I literally have no money. I don't have a penny to my name. You know what I mean? That's basically it. And I'm trying to, but people are going online, ignoring comments, and being a motor mouth and being geeked out of the brain cell. Guys are, and she's not pretty. Yeah, she's not ugly, but she's not pretty. She's shaped like a toothpick, extremely skinny with no curves or anything like that. Blue eyes that look like the freaking the not walkers, but those frozen people from Game of Thrones, whatever the hell they're called, those freaking piercing blue disruptive eyes with pinpoint pupils that looked meth and geeked the hell out. And guys are sending her $5-10 with their phone number, hoping that she'll call, and she laughs and she doesn't call them. Women are doing the same thing. People are sending super thanks and super chats. She doesn't even read or respond that, and her chat is around between 200 and 300, 400 people at a time. She's got over 25,000 subscribers, and she doesn't even respond or talk to any of them. I do my best to talk to everybody, and I don't have that. You know what I mean? And the other dude, I'm talking about Austin, his chat gets around between 150 and 200 people, and he just begs whatever, and he's always saying he needs money for groceries. I'm on EBT, and I'm sure he can go on it too, and I'm sure the meth out lady Brooke could do that as well. But I can't get a hot food, man. Like, you can't buy hot food with it. I'm tired of deli sandwiches where I got to scrape the mayonnaise off. I would like to taste something good too. I am human, even though I'm alien. Hope I didn't drag this off too much. Hopefully I didn't come off as a hater. I really didn't want to do this video. However, I think that it's important that you guys actually got the truth and the transparency, and that it's been a while since I posted something. I do want to post more stuff, and I'm going to. I'm not dipping out on you guys by the slightest. My content might change a little bit because I'm not very happy having to admit this shit, man. I'm not happy admitting that my heart has done gnarly stuff. I'm not happy admitting that my toes feel like crap, and I have no feeling in them, and that from what I read, it can be reversed if I get my pills. But then again, will it come back? I don't know. Will things get worse? I don't know. You know what I mean? I do have some future ideas of what I'm going to do when I sell my car. That's another thing too. If you guys can help me with gas money, if you guys want to help me with blood pressure medication, you know. But like I said, I don't, it's Friday. I'm sure a lot of you guys got paid. If you guys could help me, it would be appreciated. Don't worry, I won't say your name unless you ask me to. I'll just say thank you for the donation. I will not put anybody on the spot unless they ask me to. Your guys' privacy is important to me, just like my privacy is important to myself as well. I treat everybody with respect. If you don't have Cash Apps but you still want to donate, man, you can do super chats. You know what I mean? Or a sticker. So if you see my video, there's a little picture of money. You can send me a sticker after my video and send me money that way, and it'll take any credit card, debit card that you have. It'll probably take PayPal too. It'll probably take everything. You know what I'm saying? Cash App would be the best because YouTube will take a percentage out of that. Everything in my Cash App will go to me and it'll come to me instantly, and I have a card. That means I can do it right now. And here's what's crazy. You don't have to wait till tomorrow to send me money. My online app for the doctors and stuff is 24 hours. I even know 24-hour pharmacies around here. So let's say, example, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you decide to bless me with $100 or $200. If you do that, I could literally right then and there go on my app, go ahead and buy the video chat with the doctor right then and there. It'd probably take about 15-20 minutes. Like that's when they do it increments. So I go ahead and book it 15 minutes ahead. At the 15-minute mark, do it. Tell the doctor what's going on with me. He'll understand. Show him the proof that like my app will have it. That I've been prescribed this for quite some time. Let him know what's going on. He'll go ahead and do it. I'll pick a pharmacy that's 24 hours. If I have I'm gonna need extra money so that I can go ahead, like I said, let's say example was $200. For that, I could go ahead and go to the gas station. I have enough gas to get to the gas station, and that's it. Put gas in, go to the pharmacy and get it, and then be blessed. And then the weight of the world will be off my shoulders. At the very least, I need my blood pressure pills, man. I don't have deodorant. I haven't taken a shower. My clothes are dirty. I have places I can go to take showers and have my clothes cleaned for free. I have those things if I could get to them. Nobody's gonna come over here and hold my hand and throw me on a magical bus and do it for me. I have to get to those locations. I even have friends that I could stop by, but my friends aren't gonna come over here and pick me up and do that. They're being nice enough to even open up their door. You know what I mean? But I guess I should end it like that. I want to thank everybody so much, and thank you for rocking with me.